everybody. Welcome back to CG Reading Books. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year, right? Because we are at the end of the year. And this check-in is going to mark the last one, the last broadcast from this channel in the year 2024. Wow. We made it. We made it through. Still got a couple more days, but we're here. So there's not a lot, really, to update. We do have a few things, enough stuff to produce a video for you and put it out there and wish y'all well and show my face. And, just I'm a little giddish for doing this. Although it's been a very, very, very trying, a very, very difficult closing of the year. Lots of personal things going on. And it was a good thing that I slowed the channel down, slowed the publications down ahead of time, knowing that I was going to be able to do that and broadcast that to you because of the fact that it would have been necessary in the first place. So with that being said, knowing that what I went through this particular closing of the year, past 2 months, has been pretty difficult. November, December, yeah. But I did get a chance to spend the holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas, with my family. And of course, Thanksgiving was a lot better than Christmas, but I get a chance to not take away anything from Christmas because I did get a chance to spend that time with my boys. Some late notification, some very, very bad preparation. We ended up having a regular meal, no holiday meal, no big holiday celebration, but definitely a true meaning of the season. And it was good. It was good. I'm glad that I got that chance, and I'm glad I got a chance to spend that time with my sons. Very trying for us lately, and we were able to reconcile long enough to sit in each other's presence, to enjoy some football and some good food. I did cook some home cooked meals, so that was good. But in light of the closing of the year, I decided that I'm going to read a poem for this particular weekly check-in. And towards the end, we'll close with the poem. And it is one of my own. I tried several. I'm reading several poetic releases. One of the ones that one of my favorites is a poetry collection called Good Poems for Hard Times. Now, Mr. Keeler is the individual that put the collection together. He's not the individual that wrote all the poems within this collection. I could not find a poem that suited my feelings for today. For this particular video. I'm also reading Tortured Poems. Excuse me for one moment while I reach for it. I've got, like I said, three poetic. I've brought these up before. I brought the Good Poems up a while back. But I am reading also Tortured Poems. This is from Willow Bowery. These are the collector and the author are the same, Bowery. And I'm also Caroline Kaufman's, right, Light Filters in Poetry, right, Light Filters in Poems. So I'm reading these three collections ongoing. These are rips, but could not find a poem that was really wanting to be indicative of the emotions and the theme for this particular video moving forward into 2025. So I will be reading one of my own today. I hope that you are okay with that. So we normally do updates and activities first. That's kind of what I'm talking about here. So coming next month in January, the first week in January is still going to be a little slow. I will be working some overtime because of the holiday, and because of the holiday as well, being able to not want to disturb y'all too much, but still give y'all some stuff. I will still have the normal tag release video for next week, and then a weekly check-in. Hopefully that there will be more to discuss, but we're going to be adding some more things. I'm nearly finished with formatting the book reviews. We will be releasing our first Hear Me Out, since we have changed the format for our weekly discussion, our weekly topic. We'll be releasing that the first week of January. Now, we're also going to be considering on whether or not we will. I just lost my train of thought and I didn't write it down. Yeah, well, okay. There was one other point that I was going to make. It'll come back to me. We recently completed a booktube tag, the Christmas Joy tag. That's already up. Most of you have already probably reviewed that, and that's it for our updates. And we are currently reading. Moving on. Currently reading Under the Radar. If I can say, I already know already. I'm a little less than halfway through. I'm having difficulty finishing this title, and this title got a lot of good reviews, but it also got a lot of bad ones, and unfortunately mine is not going to be a really good review. Recommendations, I said it before, I don't read books to recommend them. And I don't read them to not recommend them. I honestly would tell you that I recommend every single book that I've read, bad or not. This particular story is probably going to receive 2 stars. This is a 2-star read, in my opinion. And there are many 4- and 5-star reviews for the collection. Part of the problem is it is advertised as a possible standalone story. But it is actually the 13th in a series. The 13th in a series. And it honestly is not a standalone title. Okay, so that is the current reading. We recently just finished The Diamond of Darkhold by Jean DeProw. We just finished Missing You by Harlan Coben. And we also finished The Lonely Dead by April Henry. So, murder mystery we have there. Criminal activity. Crime and drama, crime and drama, and of course, dystopian adventure. All right, so those are the 3 that we just finished. That is the one that we are currently reading, and I am going to submit a post as to what our next title is going to be, because I can't make a choice. We are going to choose between 3 different titles, and I will give you a synopsis of these, and I would like for you to help me pick my next title. I don't like to do the jar things, but for some reason, each one of these are interesting enough for me to want to read each one of them. So we'll start off with a couple of them. We'll give you a synopsis of them. So the first one is Annie Katz, A Good Man. Should I start reading this one? Right? Thomas Martin was a devoted family man who had all the trappings of an enviable life: a beautiful wife and daughter, a well-appointed home on Long Island, a job at a prestigious Manhattan advertising firm. He was also a devoted son and brother, shielding the woman in his orbit from the everyday brutalities of the world. But what happens when Thomas's fragile ego is rocked? After committing a horrible deed that he can never undo. But isn't that true? Once you do something, you can't undo it. Anyway, Thomas grapples with his sense of self. Sometimes he casts himself as the victim, and other times a monster. All he ever did was try to be a good man. But maybe if he tells his version of the story, he might uncover how and why things unraveled so horribly. A good man, and he cats. The next is The Glass Castle by Jeanette Walls. The Glass Castle is a remarkable memoir of resilience and redemption and revelatory look into a family at once deeply dysfunctional and uniquely vibrant. When sober, Jeanette's brilliant and charismatic father captured his children's imaginations, teaching them physics, geology, and how to embrace life fearlessly. But when he drank, he was dishonest and destructive. His mother was a free spirit. Her mother was a free spirit and abhorred the idea of domesticity, and didn't want the responsibility of raising a family. The Walls children learned to take care of themselves. They fed, clothed, and protected one another, and eventually found their way to New York. Their parents followed them, choosing to be homeless even as their children prospered. The Glass Castle is truly astonishing, a memoir permeated by the intense love of a peculiar but loyal family. So, The Glass Castle, dysfunctional family adventure. All right, so that's that one. Sorry for the bad read back. I read the first one ahead of time. I had the scheduling, but I did not read it. The third choice is Lisa Gardner's One Step Too Far. Lisa Gardner's One Step Too Far. Timothy O'Day knew the woods, yet when he disappeared on the first night of a bachelor party camping trip, he didn't leave a trace. What he did leave behind were two heartbroken parents, a crew of guilt-ridden groomsmen, and a pile of clues that don't add up. Frankie Elkin doesn't know the woods, but she knows how to find people. So when she reads that Timothy's father is organizing one last search, she heads to the mountains of Wyoming to join the rescue team. But as they head into the wild, it becomes clear that someone out there is willing to do anything to stop them. Soon, they're running out of time and are up against the worst man and nature have to offer, discovering the evil that awaits those who go one step too far. One Step Too Far sounds more like a crime drama, mystery. Lisa Gardner. So please help me decide. You can post comments inside the this video, or wait for the channel post that I will put, because I will give you guys a poll that you guys can help me to choose which one of these to read next. So that's where we are with our current reading program. And then off to Bookish Texas. Now, Bookish Texas, we've only got one event. It's tomorrow. I apologize. I've just found out about it. It was not announced last week, I do not believe. But there is an event tomorrow, Saturday, starting at 4 o'clock. That's 1600 for you 24-hour clock individuals. The American Literary Review, it's an organization, if you guys don't know, right, is being hosted by Patchouli Joes. I don't know why I keep getting that name mixed up. Patchouli Joes. And Patchouli Joe's is sponsoring them. I believe it's a bookstore on the UNT, on or near the UNT campus. That's University of North Texas in Denton. They are hosting the American Literary Monthly Reading Series. So they do this once a month towards the end of the month. It's being held in Denton, Texas on the 28th at 1600 hours. I have an address. I have information for you. If you guys are interested in this one, let us know soon. As a matter of fact, I'll just put the information in the description. Check it out in the description. Patchouli Joe's address for this particular event. UNT's American Literary Monthly Reading Series, 1600 tomorrow. I believe it's going to be at UNT. I think Patchouli Joe's is actually on the campus. And that's our event, the last event that we're going to be able to announce for 2024. And I did not have the information. There wasn't any information on the reading title the series that they are reading. Don't know much more about that event than that. And then last but not least, our channel referral. Now this is going to be self-promoting, so I do apologize if this is offensive, but instead of recommending a new channel, we normally like to recommend our channels that I have subscribed to that are building their channel, fairly new, but have a subscription list, a list of subscribed members less than 100, and in a means of trying to promote and help get the information about their channel out into the community. So we are going to actually choose my own. I have an extra channel where I write my own poetry. I have not been working on this channel for a long time, but that is changing. And starting this coming week, next week, we will start producing and releasing more content. And this will be one of the ones that you'll find there. We're going to close this thing off with a poem of my own design. So you'll be able to find this channel. This is C. Gregory Poetry. C. Gregory Poetry. The link will be in the description. By all means, please feel free to visit, subscribe, and comment on my work. Let me know. Give me something to improve on. And with that being said, I will now read to you The Chase by C. Gregory. The Chase. Subtleties bear a beauty some seldom seem to see. How contagious it is to always be on the prowl for that which we already command, only to claim it has eluded us. It's fitting for the end of the year, and I want to edify and encourage all of you for the coming new year to don't lose sight of the simple things. Don't lose sight for the milestones. Don't lose sight of the things that you have accomplished that aren't openly praised. You are more than what you count yourself to be. See it, enjoy it, and Happy New Year.